The Phase is our new LGBTQ musical. It's set in 2014. Gay marriage has just been legalised, and Rowan and their friends want to shout it from the rooftops. Unfortunately, their all-girls Catholic high school has some other ideas. After they break up the band, they have a choice. Do they bow down, retreat, or do they let the school divide them, or do they fight back? We are currently working towards our first production. We've had 2 workshops already, one which was back in July 2019, and one in October 2020, which both of these lovely people helped us out with. We have already had some notice on the musical theatre scene, doing a lot of different scratch events such as Signal, Crazy Clocks and Shook, and we recently won the Stars and Drew Award for Vision, Voice and Potential, which was part of their new musical theatre award, Best Song Award. And we've also got a large social media following. So we've got over 66,000 followers on TikTok, which my producers told me to mention.
Melodies picked out on a broken guitar, revealing memories about who we are. And as I finally pick it up once more, each string opens up another door. Am I the girl who didn't get it, or the person who doesn't fit the body they were made in, the one they wish they could trade in? Although you're not here, so I can't ask you. These thoughts guide me. Do you feel how I do? Who are we if we're not who we're born to be? If we struggled to find who we are? Who are we, the transgender, the non-binary? Am I the one who'll never get to say sorry? Realize just how far I've come since then. Agonized how I can't just do it again. And as the music flows through me, I know no matter what we will learn who to be.
Did you feel we didn't see you, or that we wouldn't quite believe you?
That the body you were made in is the one you wish you could trade in. Can I help you, or is it now too late? Can we overcome all the prejudice and hate? Who are we if we're not who we're born to be? If we struggle to find who we are? Who are we, the transgender, the non-binary? Am I the one who will never get to say sorry?
There's just been an argument. Rowan automatically thinks now there's an argument, everyone hates them. Time to hide in a cupboard with a broken guitar and sing a melancholy song to themselves, like the dramatic little bean that they are. You can only think through so many things in your head when you're going through the sexuality and gender identity void puddle, whatever you want to call it. There's only so much thinking you can do. And the first time you start to voice it is when you really get clarity. And that can be to yourself or it can be to other people. And I think this is Rowan's first moment of going, this isn't conceptual anymore. This is a real thing that I am feeling, and I need to let the universe hear it, whatever the universe is. I think a lot of the show is Rowan really struggling to look past themselves and look to what's happening in the rest of the group. Like, sometimes people be like, how did you not know this was happening? And Rowan's like, I don't know, I've been thinking about whether I'm a boy or not. Like, it's all just...
I think we all maybe have that friend that's like a classic bookworm, like a very strong nerd. I think maybe I'm even that person. But Sage is really kind of clever. But I say, like, teenagers, you're still growing and discovering. I think Sage is just hungry for knowledge, if that makes sense. She just wants to constantly be learning. But she definitely, like, has her comfort zone. And I think, like, a book is kind of like a shield to her.
You what? I said I don't even know how it works. You're a biology nerd. Sage, you're literally an expert in anatomy. Yeah, but they don't really teach us anything. Of course not. Good Catholic schoolgirls shouldn't have unnatural thoughts. Ignore the biology, the facts and science. You've been taught stay innocent and pure. Ignore any natural laws, and when you're married, you'll be wise to what goes on between your thighs. Till then you can be sure. Sex is something you can ignore. But we have sex education. That's the point of sex education.
Are you joking? They don't teach us anything.
Exactly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I swear some of it's made up.
What do you mean?
I can put a condom on a banana, but I kinda can imagine that I really don't wanna have that comparison in my head when I first get into his bed. How does it fit on a banana again? I asked what a clitoris was, and they told me to shut it because God thinks I'm too young to know what happens from my waist below. I'm frustrated and I hate it. Tell me why my mind is turning. All this time that we've waited, we're in class but we're not learning. It's called sex education, so educate me. In mixed schools, the boys go into one room and learn about wanking, while the girls learn about periods and pregnancy and all that shit.
And that's not to mention that it's all heterocentral.
Thanks to Section 28, they can't communicate unless it's straight. I didn't know girls could masturbate. They're masquerading hate as a vice for every date. Peer pressure can get tough, kinda rough. So if a boy approaches, close your legs. Don't do a thing unless you've got a ring to shove into your bed. And I can promise you will die if you contract an STI. And that's when the sex talk ends, and I look over at my friends.
Section 28 isn't still in force.
Not legally. That doesn't mean we don't see its effects.
I just think that maybe we should give them some credit. I mean, they're trying.
Are they though? If they scare us enough, they won't have to deal with teenage pregnancies and all that. You can't tell me there aren't things you wish you knew.
Maybe I could admit that I feel a bit, well, shit. I don't feel like I have the time to think through every enzyme and hormones that are affecting me when university could be rejecting me. But if it's not too out of turn, it's something I'd like to learn.
Teachers try to be
So parental,
but they tend to be.
so judgmental.
Maybe the pills made me like women, or maybe it's the fears they instill in. It's a side effect, my sexuality's wrecked. But don't ask any questions. I'm frustrated and I hate it. Tell me why my mind is turning. All this time that we've waited, we're in class but we're not learning. It's called sex education, so educate me. I'm frustrated and I hate it. Tell me why my mind is turning. All this time that we've waited, we're in class but we're not learning. It's sex education, so educate me. And that's when the sex talk ends, and I look over at my friends, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
All of the lines in Sex Talk have come from various experiences that people have genuinely had at school in sex education classes. I think Meg and I started writing this. I think Meg was still a teenager and I was just not a teenager. I'll pretend that I'm not old now. But so we tried to like take our own experiences, and we were both at school in 2014, and we find a lot of shows that are written about young, particularly girls in school, but just young people in school aren't written by young people. So we hope that we remember enough about being in school that it's realistic.
I think it do. I think especially the queers in a Catholic school is very accurate indeed. People need to do better. Make better sex education.
Yes. Just get annoyed and write a song about it, and it'll all be fine.